time.
I didn't.
She seems fine, but I don't know. Does she seem pale to you?
No, she seems very stupid.
Oh, Martin.
What did you think you were doing?
And good morning to you.
Shifting furniture.
We brought in the sofa. I went back for a chair, then I felt a little bit faint, that's all.
Really? I wonder why. Could it be because you're 7 months pregnant? Have you passed out before?
Well, I didn't pass out.
You're breathless?
When?
Before you fainted.
Oh, I didn't faint.
No, she needed to sit down. Bit dizzy, she said.
It's beginning to sound less and less like an emergency.
I did ask Joe not to bother you.
It really is no bother.
Actually, it's extremely inconvenient, especially since your blood pressure is normal, unlike your attitude to pregnancy.
Sorry?
Sometimes you're going to have to accept the fact that you can't behave like a normal person. You're going to have a baby.
Oh, which makes me abnormal.
Yes.
Oh! Go on! Get away from me!
Is that smell coming from your dog?
No, it is not.
Toilet's blocked. And there's something strange behind the fridge. And in the fridge.
Right, well, if you want my advice, you should take this as a wake-up call.
Okay, Martin.
Your body is trying to tell you to lie down, rest, stop working.
No, I don't want to stop teaching.
How many days a week are you working?
5.
Make it 3.
I can't. I'm the acting head teacher. As a matter of fact, I've just applied to be the permanent head teacher.
Are you every bit as mad as the last one?
What's that supposed to mean?
As I keep saying, Louisa, you are about to have a baby.
Yes. In the summer holidays before the new term begins.
Yes, and you will still have that baby right through to the end of the academic year. You will care for that child for the next 18 years of your life. Longer if it's handicapped. How on earth do you think you can cope with a full-time job and be a full-time mother?
I'll get some help.
Not from me.
Martin!
Well, I'm only repeating what she's made abundantly clear from the outset. She doesn't want me involved.
No, I don't. And I'm perfectly capable of doing what loads of other women do every day. I can work and be a mum.
Go look what your dog's doing. The place is a minefield of bacteria. Next thing you know, you'll be having a miscarriage.
I think you better leave now before you say something you'll really... Go on, just go, Martin.
Hello, Doctor. I was just bringing some papers for Miss Glasson to sign. I didn't realise she was ill.
She's not. She's resting.
Actually, I was hoping to see you.
Make an appointment.
Oh, what? Here, boy! Grab my kidneys! Oh, I've just been to the butcher's.
Could you lend me a couple of £100?
Oh, I need a good reason to find money like that, boy.
What have you actually got that kind of money?
When you say got, do you mean have in my possession right now?
Yes.
Then no, because I've been to the butcher's.
But I thought the meat was delivered this morning.
Oh, man gets hungry round about tea time. I could save you a job. Ow! Oh.
Was called to an emergency.
You said 9 o'clock.
That's the thing about emergencies. You don't know about them in advance. If you did, they'd be called appointments.
Next appointment.
Is that the doctor?
Obviously.
There's nothing obvious about it. We've never met the man before. We didn't meet the last doctor either. We haven't seen anyone medical since, well, not for ages.
Pauline!
You can go in now.
Mind this table. Look out.
Mr. Mackenzie, I'm expecting to see you today.
Take a seat. Not you, obviously. You like to take a seat, Mrs.
McLean, I prefer to stand.
Right. Is this Mr. McLean?
Of course it is.
And which one of you is the patient?
Neither of us is ill, if that's what you're implying. My husband wants you to be his GP. I, on the other hand, do not.
Right. You want to register at the practice?
Yes. Well,
We need a blue badge for our car.
Oh, yes. I'm disabled, you see.
Yes, the wheelchair was a clue.
I'm paralysed from the waist down.
So we need the badge to park the car near the shops.
If you would agree to be our GP, we could apply to the County Council.
I am aware of the procedure. Tell me about your legs.
They don't work. What more do you want?
And when did they stop working?
Oh, just a few weeks ago.
Really? What happened?
I fell over.
But he fell downstairs, cracked 2 vertebrae. The doctor at the hospital says he'll never walk again. It's very sad.
Do you have any sensation whatsoever in either of your legs?
What are you going to do with that thing?
I'd just like you to shut your eyes for me, please.
No. I've got a very bad aversion to needles.
It's not a needle, it's a neurological pin.
It's sharp and it's shiny. It's quite close enough.
I just want you to tell me if you think I'm using this end or the blunt part when I press it against you.
What the hell have you done?
I didn't do anything. He moved his hand. Well, don't make a fuss.
Everything okay in you?
He stuck a needle in my hand.
It's a neurological pin, and I need to be sure that you're telling the truth about your legs. Now, give me my pin back.
Don't you touch me! Maureen, we're leaving.
Ow! Pauline!
That did hurt.
You really are paralysed. I don't see why you object to a simple test. I have to be certain of all the facts before I put my name on a form.
I don't want your name on any form of ours, you sadist.
Yes, look what he's done. Yeah, he stuck a needle in my hand.
It was an accident.
Oh, come on.
Can I have a quick word, Dr.
Yes,
Rutherford?
Mr. Mackenzie. Good. Come through.
Didn't want to come here in the first place, it wasn't.
You know about the school governance meeting on Thursday?
Is it in my diary?
Well, I gave Pauline all the details.
No, it probably isn't in my diary.
Thing is, I know you normally make some feeble excuse why you can't be there.
I have better things to do with my evening.
We need a quorum, 5 governors minimum. And seeing how this will be an interview panel for the new head teacher, I'd like it very much indeed if you could possibly turn up.
Would you? Louisa Glasson applied for that job.
Oh, yeah. Along with 2 others. Miss Glasson's previous experience will obviously count in her favour, but if she's going to be successful, she'll need a panel that's right behind her.
And you think I'd be right behind her?
Well, I assume she'd get your vote.
It's a stupid assumption. My vote will go to somebody who isn't pregnant.
You really can't say things like that.
I just did.
It's illegal
What, to tell you my voting intention?
to deny someone a job just because they're expecting. Miss Glasson could sue the Board of Governors.
I'll take that risk. And I'll be at that meeting on Thursday.
No, you won't. It's nearly a week now since Graham Hargreaves lost his mother. I'll ask him instead.
I think I'm going to be sick.
That morning sickness?
Can you smell it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course I can. That's why I don't do the plumbing anymore.
He said he'd fix it with 350, but I thought, no, that's a bit steep.
Well, not if he's going to do the other stuff. I mean, you said the boiler was broken?
And the washing machine. Bath taps are dripping, the gutters full of leaves and dead birds. But even so, £350.
I tell you what.
Do you know someone will do it for cheaper?
Yeah. Me.
What about the restaurant?
For 200 quid cash. I'll do it all by Friday.
Deal.
What's the matter with you?
It's my hay fever. Been awful this year.
Much worse than usual?
Yes. I've tried everything Mrs. Tishel has, all the antihistamines. Is there anything stronger?
There are nasal steroid sprays, but I'd have to examine you before prescribing one of those.
Examine me, why?
In case it's not hay fever, I noticed you have a rash on your neck. Is it anywhere else?
No, it's just prickly heat. It's nothing.
I'll be the judge of that.
There's really no need, thank you. Oh, goodness me, just look at the time. I have to be getting back to school. I'm sorry if I... Oh, goodbye.
Next patient!
Mrs. Rudd, I was going to pop in this afternoon to pick up that cheque you owe me. Is that convenient?
No, not really. I'll put it in the post for you tomorrow.
No. Wait a minute.
Oh, my God. Tango Delta receiving 595. Stay where you are. I've got an RTC. Travertha Road, Port Wen. Looks like person's injured. Don't think anyone's fatal as yet, but I'll come back to you on that. Could you contact the local medic, tell him he's needed ASAP, over?
Why don't you give him a ring yourself? Over.
Yes, that's all received. Out. Don't move.
Point Sedri. Yes, PC Penale, I am receiving. PC Penale. Shh. Yeah. Well, when you say victims, how many people we're talking about and what kind of injuries? Well, when you say unconfirmed, is that because you don't know yet? Mrs. Norton, your aunt's been in a car crash.
You may need a formal witness statement, so don't leave the country, okay?
And are you all right, my beloved boy? How are you, darling? Are you all right?
If I could just interrupt your conversation with your dog for one moment. I'm a little confused. There's a witness says Mrs. McLean drove into your truck while you were stationary.
Yeah, well, I've just been speaking to Mrs. McLean.
You really mustn't compare notes with a possible suspect until I've established the facts.
Well, she agrees that I backed into her.
You backed into her.
What's so odd about that?
I was trying to turn round because of the hold-up. It's entirely my fault. I will pay for the damage.
So you don't want to press charges against Mrs. McLean?
Why? I've not done anything wrong.
Even so, under the Road Traffic Act, 1988, you have to exchange details. Name, address.
I know who she is.
And I know where she lives.
I suppose if you're happy, we can put this on a back burner, but I have to warn you. You sure you're not hurt?
No, I'm fine.
In that case, I'll cancel my request for medical backup. Whoops, too late. I was just trying to call you, Doc. Seems Mrs. Norton...
What happened?
Just a tiny, tiny bump, that's all.
Pauline said you were injured.
Well, I'm not.
You sure? Osteoporosis?
Well, my bones may be brittle, but I am intact. But I'm a bit worried about Buddy. I think he might have cracked a rib.
You're suggesting I should examine your dog?
Well, could you just run a hand over his midriff?
Yes, I could if I was a vet. I'm not. Complete waste of my time.
Paul, what's wrong?
We're supposed to be going out tonight.
Tonight?
You haven't forgot.
No. It's just that I'm just stuck here on the moor. I'm bobbing. I've just broken down.
Oh, so we're not going out.
What? That depends if anyone stops to help me, doesn't it?
Cup of tea?
Who's that?
Just some old biddy asking if I wanted some tea.
There's an old woman on Bodmin offering you a cup of tea.
She's got a thermos.
Well, she got a car. Can she give you a lift?
No. Oh, she's a walker. She's a ramber. She's got a big rucksack and a stick. But I'll ring you when I'm on my way. So bye.
Well.
Maureen Jennifer McLean has no previous convictions. She's not wanted by the police. Date of birth makes her 68 on the 3rd of next month, so there's still 2 years before she needs to apply to the DVLA for a new driving licence. But don't worry, Doc. I won't let this go.
You realise it's a road traffic accident, don't you? Not actually murder?
Well, yes, but...
Oh, Doc! Oh, well, I didn't know you were coming. You should have warned me. I could have got myself ready, made myself presentable. Oh.
Just come to collect my suppositories.
Of course, absolutely. I think they're just arrived, I think. I'm sorry about the mess. Oh, it was all clean and tidy until the McClins paid me a visit. And that Mr. McClin, he knocked over my nappy day display.
On purpose?
No, I don't think so.
How long has he been in a wheelchair?
Oh, well, ever since he came to Port Wen, I think 6 or 7 years. He used to have a nice little electric model, and we never would have broken anything with that. And then a couple of months ago, he told me that had broken down, and so he's now downgraded to a manual version.
Interesting.
Bye, Doc.
Doctor, I was hoping to bump into you.
If you're ill, make an appointment.
No, I'm not ill. I'm just keen to confirm what I heard from Stu Mackenzie about you and Miss Glasson.
What's he been saying about me and Miss Glasson?
That you don't think she should be our head teacher again.
That's right, that's true.
But she's the best we ever had.
Well, I'm sure she was very good, but she didn't have a baby back then, did she?
Why would having a baby affect her performance?
Because very few women have the mental and physical capacity to work full-time and bring up a small child. I mean, with the best will in the world, Miss Glasson's not one of those women.
Come along, James, this way.
Any word from Imperial?
What?
About the job?
Seeing Robert in a couple of weeks.
Give him my love. When?
I thought you wanted me to read this and give you my thoughts.
I do.
I can't think and arrange my diary at the same time.
Won't say another word.
Thank you.
Really? Oh no, perhaps you're right.
I am.
What are you doing?
You don't need any of this. You're putting HSG at the top, mentioned again in the middle, and then at the end it starts to feel repetitive.
Tell the reader what you're going to tell them, then tell them what you've told them.
The readers of the British Journal of Obstetrics and Gynecology aren't stupid. They know what they're being told without being warned of it in advance and reminded of it at the end. This whole page needs tightening. You've become verbose.
You want me concise?
Yes.
I can be concise. I can be pithy, taut, succinct, laconic, breviloquent.
When does this need to be finished?
I told the editor I'd email tonight.
Better get a move on then.
No, I've got my laptop with me. We can take our time, keep polishing. Till we're finished. I've missed this.
It's bad enough that you belittle me in front of my colleagues and pupils, but now I hear you telling all the governors not to vote for me.
Not all of them.
I am pregnant, Martin. I am not ill. I'm not the second-class citizen you seem to think that I am. Do you think I can't cope with having a baby? You know, your attitude towards me, towards women, actually, is predictably pompous and chauvinistic, which is exactly why I never, ever thought that you and I could be together.
Good evening.
Oh. You've got company.
Obviously.
If you could possibly save the squabbling till I'm out of earshot, I'd be ever so grateful.
Wait a moment.
We'll speak in the morning.
No, we'll speak now. Miss Glasson isn't staying.
Oh, yes, I am.
Of course you are. So I'll take this with me and try and imagine the fun I'm missing here. Thank you for all your suggestions, Elliot. Try not to get too excited, Louisa. It's not good for the baby.
Well, having succeeded in ruining my evening, is there anything else you'd like to say to me?
How I decide to lead my life is up to me. What I don't need from you, what I will never need from you, is any kind of help.
Why are you crying?
I'm not crying. Good evening.
Yes, but just find out for the cars. They come round here all the time, for God's sake, Roger. Now, you'll have to wait because I can't... Oh, it's you, Dr. Ellingham.
You've been paralysed for at least 7 years.
What?
I have it on good authority that you were unable to walk when you first moved to this village 7 years ago.
So?
I don't like being lied to. How do you think it makes me look if I sign a form for someone who's clearly trying to defraud the county council?
I'm not. I wouldn't.
You told me you'd only recently lost the use of your legs.
Well, I thought there was some rule about, having to apply for a blue badge straight away. Like the statute of limitations.
Nonsense. What's happened to your face?
Nothing's happened. I'm fine.
Are you pathologically incapable of telling the truth?
Maybe he doesn't trust someone who stabbed him with a needle.
Wasn't a needle.
I want to do our shopping.
Are you going to tell me why you lied?
No. Come along, Maureen.
Oh!
Spend the night with Louisa, did you?
You got pregnant.
He's been your boy, isn't he?
Oh, God, I'm late.
Should have got out to wake you.
He did. Then I fell asleep again.
Why'd you up so early?
He's gone to bed today. So look at that freezer. Your mate as good as new freezer is letting you have half price. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about?
None whatsoever, no.
I keep hearing things.
What sort of things?
Sometimes it's like a high-pitched whistling. Sometimes it's more like a bell. And now it sounds like a telephone.
That's because it is a telephone.
You can hear it too?
Yes, I can. But I shouldn't be able to because my stupid receptionist should have switched it through to her desk.
Al, it's me again. Where are you? Can you give me a ring? Love you.
Pauline!
What's this supposed about 2 weeks on Tuesday?
What?
You put a line through it.
Yes.
And NA, is that supposed to mean something?
That means I won't be here that day. Reschedule those appointments and don't make any more.
Where will you be?
Somewhere else.
Doing what exactly?
Mind your own business. And when I'm with a patient, you answer the surgery telephone.
Good.
And don't make personal calls. You tidy those magazines up.
Stick a problem on my backside, I could sweep the floor as well.
Yes, you could.
Sally, you look awful. Are you okay? If you want to go home.
Actually, I feel dreadful. My hay fever's worse than ever.
Have you been to see Dr. Ellingham?
Well, I did try, but he was,
Yeah, he can be a bit, But you might be infectious. Don't you think you should stay away from the school?
Maybe I should go back to the doctor.
Yeah, I think you should. Mr. Mackenzie, hello.
Miss Glasson, can we have a word?
Yes. Yeah, please. Come on.
I hope this isn't a bad time.
Is it bad news?
Why don't we talk about that? Firstly, let me say you did an excellent interview and we were all most impressed. The two other candidates were also good and it's been a very difficult decision we've had to make.
I think I can guess what's coming.
Really?
Well, you don't look too happy, so you're obviously all here to tell me I didn't get the job.
Oh, don't worry about Graham. His mother just died.
You're the new head, Louisa.
Really?
Congratulations.
Well, that's fantastic news.
Yeah, one in the eye for Dr. Know-It-All.
Sorry.
Oh, Doc Martin said we shouldn't appoint you.
Stuart.
But we have.
Well, I hope that's not the only reason that I got the job.
Oh, no. Of course not. You were definitely the best candidate. Wasn't she?
Huh? Yeah, absolutely. But if it annoys the pompous bugger, so much the better.
Oh, he's off his food. Should I take him to the vet?
You haven't fixed your brake lights.
Does it really matter?
Yes, you can't drive around like that. It's against the law. You need to book into a garage.
Well, if you're so concerned about the condition of my truck, why don't you buy the brake lights and fix them yourself?
All right, I will if you want. Won't your insurance cover it?
What's this I hear about you not wanting Louisa to be head teacher again?
Why are you being evasive?
I may have let my car insurance lapse. Just a little.
What do you mean, just a little? You're either insured or you're not.
Well, I'm not. I couldn't afford to renew the policy, so I didn't.
You've been driving around without insurance. Have you any idea of the trouble you'd be in if they caught you?
Well, of course I have. That's why I lied to Penhale about the crash.
You lied to him?
Well, I thought it best to get away before he asked too many questions. Mrs. McClinn drove into me, but only my truck was damaged. Would you rather I told the truth and was arrested?
You wouldn't have been arrested. Got a few points on your licence and a hefty fine, that's all.
I can't afford to pay a fine, hefty or otherwise, for the same reason that I can't afford to renew my car insurance.
Are you telling me that you don't have any money?
Not at the moment. But in a little while, if I ask them nicely, the bank might give me some more. Is he limping?
You mean you've already taken out of that?
Quite a few, actually.
Well, why didn't you come to me?
No, Martin, I can't take another penny from you. You've done enough. I've got to cope with this on my own.
Right. Well, Mrs. McClinn is at fault. Mrs. McClinn must pay. Thank you for the chicken. Hello? Ah, hello.
What do you want? What are you doing here? Maureen!
Ah, good. Your wife's here, is she? She needs to pay for the damage she did to my aunt's truck.
Your aunt?
Joan Norton.
But she drove into us.
No, she didn't.
Neville? Did you call me?
Yes, Dr. Ellingham's here. I think he wants some money.
You smashed the brake lights on my aunt's truck, and I think you should pay for some new ones.
I didn't know what to say.
Has Mrs. Norton told the police what really happened?
No,
And she's not going to?
I very much doubt it.
In that case, if you send the bill, I'll send a cheque. Fair enough?
Yes.
And you can see yourself out, please.
Thank you. Oh, for God's sake.
There's Paulie. Think she heard about Al? No, of course not. Oh, he's a proper lover boy. His boyfriend sleeping around.
What was that about Al?
You not know about him and Louisa? We saw them together. Al's shirt was off. You must know. You've got everyone. Al's pretty fit though.
Pauline, I was wondering if I could see the doctor this morning. Oh, I really don't feel very well. Could you check to see if he's got any time?
Yeah, check to see if he's got any time.
First patient.
Sally Chadwick, already here.
Come through.
I'm sorry I had to leave the other day. I feel 10 times worse now.
Take a seat. In what way worse, exactly?
Oh, my nose won't stop running. I've got a sore throat. Feel shivery.
39.
That's not good.
That's not hay fever. Lie on the couch and loosen your blouse.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to examine you, just as I would have done the other day if you'd stayed for more than 30 seconds.
I went to Spain for half term. Ibiza, actually. It was lovely. Very warm, very balmy.
You have a tattoo.
I don't know what I was thinking. It's a tiger. We all want things we probably shouldn't, don't we?
No. Your skin is abraded. Have you tried to remove it?
I hate it. I can't believe I did it. I read about salt crystals on the internet. I couldn't afford laser treatment.
So you thought you'd try and rub your skin off, regardless of the danger to your health. Having risked hepatitis and HIV by allowing your skin to be pierced with needles, you then perform an unhygienic procedure on yourself, which leads to an infection. Well done. Just the kind of self-inflicted injury we GPs thrive on.
Can you help me?
I'm prescribing you antibiotics.
What about the tiger? What if someone sees it?
When you're feeling better, we'll complete the dermabrasion, under sterile conditions.
Oh, thank you. Miss Glasson was worried I might be infectious.
You're not.
She got the job, by the way. Permanent head teacher. She got it.
God. Next patient!
I saw him there in Louisa's bedroom kissing.
Oh, they're winding you up, girl. You know what those girls are like.
Yeah, they were evil.
Which is why you should never believe a word of what they're saying.
Well, normally I wouldn't, but then I thought, why would Al start making up stories about Bodmin and Pezzo or whatever if he wasn't doing something he shouldn't?
Now, you listen to me. I'm going to see Louisa right away. I'm going to ask her if there's anything going on, and she's going to tell me the truth, because that girl respects me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't be so bloody stupid. Me and Al kissing.
That's the rumour going round the village.
Well, I hope you're putting a stop to that rumour.
I will do when I'm sure there's no truth in it.
Well, of course there's no truth in it. Why would I be kissing your son?
He's a good-looking boy. He's quite a catch, especially if you're looking for a husband.
But I'm not.
Well, you'll be wanting someone to help with a baby, won't you?
No. And even if I was, Al would be the last person that I'd turn to. Well, second to last.
Is it true?
It's not true.
Well, that you were kissing Al.
You've been made head teacher.
That's right. This is when you say congratulations.
No, it isn't. This is when I say I think you're mad.
Oh? Congratulations.
Go away.
Oh, my God. Dr. Ellingham.
Yes, Dr. Elling, what do you want?
I've got that application for a blue badge from the county council. I filled in the GP section. Just get your husband to put his details there and there.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm sure we can sort it out for ourselves. Thank you very much.
I don't really think you should be driving, Mrs. McLean.
Leave me alone.
Why don't you pull over here and stop?
No.
Look, I think we both know what's wrong with you.
Stop!
You're blind!
Are you hurt?
I think I'll live.
Right. That form I gave you was an application for car insurance for my aunt. If you were able to see properly, you would have noticed the words application for car insurance written across it.
You knocked me over.
It's because she's blind.
What?
Well, that's all right. I mean, I tell her which way to turn, when to accelerate, when to stop.
I can see around the edges.
You have peripheral vision.
Yes, I'm not completely blind.
Oh, well, that's all fine then.
No, it's not. I'm pretty sure it's illegal.
Of course it's illegal. I want you to come to my surgery at 6 p.m. tonight.
Who, me?
No, not you. You.
Me and you kissing?
Your dad seemed to think I'd be desperate for a bloke.
He didn't tell Pauline, did he?
No. She told him.
Oh.
Now, how much have I got there?
£194.50.
Right.
Tell you what, you give me the rest tomorrow, eh?
Gosh, thanks.
The thing is, I didn't tell Pauline I was working for you, so she might think it's all a bit, you know, suspicious.
Do you want me to explain what you've been up to? I'm sure she'll believe me.
No, I can sort this on my own. Probably.
Well, while I'm here, can I book a table for Saturday night?
Yeah, sure.
It's to celebrate me getting my old job back. So I've asked all the staff.
So that's a table for how many?
I'll need to ask Miss Chadwick. Great, no battery.
Use our phone if you want.
Thanks. Is it just...
Yeah, it's just down on the left, right?
Am I interrupting something?
Eh?
You and Louisa.
Now, Pauline, don't worry. I know there's been rumours.
You were kissing each other.
No, that did not
You
happen.
were seen with Louisa in Louisa's house.
Well, yes, I suppose it is possible that someone did see me
Do
in
you
there.
realise she's pregnant?
Well, yeah, because her belly kind of gives it away.
Is it yours?
What?
Oh, God, did you make her pregnant?
You're just being silly now, Pauline.
How could you fancy someone so obese? Do you ever think about fat girls? Do you dream about fat girls?
No, I could never fancy a fat girl, and you can't get much fatter than Louisa. Louisa?
I'll see what you've done.
Louisa?
Mm.
7 years ago, when my husband was driving, a girl fell off her motorbike up ahead. We didn't see her till we came round the corner, and then the crash.
Stop talking. Look straight ahead.
They wanted to cut my legs off. Doctors kept on and on about risk of infection and gangrene. I'd never walk again.
You don't like doctors.
No. Is that why you didn't come and see me about your eyes?
Why did you do something unpleasant?
Now, to prevent you from going blind. When did you start to lose your sight?
4, 5 months ago. I didn't feel safe walking around anymore.
Yes, I stopped using the electric wheelchair, and then Maureen just held on to my handles.
I couldn't help pushing him into the occasional door, hence his cuts and bruises.
What I still don't understand is why you lied to me about how long you'd been disabled.
Well, we thought you'd be suspicious if we said that we'd managed without a blue badge for 7 years, but Maureen does need one now, because she's got to park on yellow lines where there are no other cars, you see.
Right. You're suffering from age-related macular degeneration. You're lucky, though. We've caught it in time. There's a good chance I can restore most of your vision.
It won't be painful. I mean, you won't do anything horrible.
No, of course not. I'll treat you with VEGF inhibitors.
Oh. There's pills.
Injections.
Into her arm.
Into her eyeball.
You're going to...
Insert needles into her eyeballs and inject the inhibitors directly into the base of each retina. Problem?
The BJOG got my email last night. The editor was on the phone this morning saying he'd sent it to the RCOG. They want me to be keynote speaker at their AGM. Is that so surprising?
I'm just wondering why you're opening a bottle of champagne when neither of us drinks.
It's a fizzy elderflower cordial.
Oh.
The venue for this bum fight's not far. Some hotel in Exeter. You might want to come with me, Ellingham. Moral support? Think about it. Cheers. I've got you something. It's a little out of date, but I think it should do the job. Open it up. If ever you need reassurance you can cope, just give it a squeeze. You did say you were fine now, yes? Ellingham? Ellingham? Ellingham! You passed just out.
Obviously.
You're going to have to fix this once and for all. Otherwise, you can forget about London.
I didn't tell you I was working for Louisa, because then you would have asked me why I needed the money.
Why do you need the money?
For this.
Guys, a scooter!
Yep.
50cc, pull back, Speedfire Mark II. It's French.
In case you ever feel trapped with me and Dad, you can always escape.
Let me tell you something right now.
Where?
To apologise to Louisa, you said she was fat.
No, you said she was fat.
No, I said she was obese.
Oh, obese. You're not fat.
I'm enormous.
Yeah, but it's only because you're pregnant.
Al's not the father, is he?
This is the name of an excellent therapist. You don't want it?
No. Yes.
Hey, Jim! Jim Selkirk!
I saw our Jim last night.
You dreamt about your late husband?
No, I saw him in the kitchen. He's sitting over there